that or say anything about it. I mean, or would even be responsive to such a question. He's down to earth. He's just a down to earth guy, which is proven by what he's done for the gay community and how he reacts to people in general, and the fact and how he donates so much of his money and his time and who he was before. I mean, it was really good. So I like that story. The show Looking, I talked about it all last season or earlier this year or whatever, when it was on live on HBO. The Looking, it's on HBO, I think. Yeah, it's HBO. Looking with, what's his name? What the fuck's his name? The guy from Glee. I can't remember his name. Patrick? No, what's his name? Oh my God. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, they have the show, and it's a show, and it had all white guys except for one. Well, it had a Hispanic guy, but most of the people around them were white, whatever. And so it got criticized a lot for being, not diverse enough. And so this season 2, they're bringing on Malik, an African-American staffer in the mayor's office, Sammy, a female to male transgender who lives at the shelter where Augustine gets a job, and Brady, Richie's new redheaded beau. So that's cool. I think that's great that they're doing that because, one of the things about San Francisco is, I mean, it's a very diverse city. It's very, all kinds of people there, all kinds of people, trust me. And it's a good thing. It's the place where kind of all the misfits go anyway. And I love that about San Francisco. And fortunately, they're going to be changing that, and they're going to be making it more diverse to reflect that, which is important. And I think even, the thing about the gay community is also, I've talked about this, I think, before briefly, is that, it is not a very diverse group of people. I mean, most gay people are just like most straight people. You have all the whites together, the blacks together, the Hispanics together, or whatever. I mean, there's a little more, I think, intermixing or intercrossing of racial barriers in the gay community, especially with dating and things like that. So it's not as taboo in the gay community, generally speaking, but you do still have a lot of segregation in the gay community as well. And so I think it's good. And I think that's more of an 80s kind of gay thing, and in the 90s it started changing, and I think 2000s it's getting less and less segregated in the gay community. But there's still some of it there. So it's good that they're doing that as well. And the last thing I want to talk about real quick is there are a lot of there's a lot of stories just this week alone. One was YMCA had denied a couple access to their to something that they had. It was a camp or something that they did. I can't remember exactly what the story said, but they had denied this lesbian couple the right to use some facilities because they were lesbians. Denied same-sex couple park pass because they're not a, quote, traditional family. And then there was another story about a couple of gay guys who did something somewhere. I can't remember what it was. I'm sorry. And they were kicked out because it was a Christian organization. So first of all, no, that's not right. But secondly, what the fuck do you expect? I mean, if you're going to be, I don't understand gay people who are trying to be part of a Christian organization or group or event or whatever, and then are surprised when they're kicked out because they're gay. Don't you know what a fucking Christian is and how most Christians act? I mean, and how they are towards gay people? I mean, fucking wake the fuck up. Why would you want to be around those fucking people anyway? So so they always like, boo-hoo, I've been kicked out because I'm gay. Well, what the fuck did you expect? It's like saying, oh, I'm a black lesbian Jew, and I got kicked out of the KKK meeting. I mean, it's so stupid. I mean, why would you want to be or partake or patronize an organization that doesn't want you in the first place? I mean, who the fuck cares? I used to work for the YMCA when I was in my 20s. I worked there for a year at the main branch in downtown Dallas and the office. And it was a very, conservative place. I was openly gay, and there was another gay guy there I knew. It wasn't like there weren't gay people there, but, it was very conservative, and the people were conservative, and they had conservative values, blah, blah, blah. So it wasn't exactly, a cakewalk or fun for me, or that I loved it. But I worked there because I believed in what they did. But I now being the age I am now, and I would never work for the YMCA because the majority of their policies and stuff are very kind of bigoted towards gays. They're not as bad as some places like the Salvation Army or what have you, but they are, kind of anti-gay in the way they treat gays. So I just wanted to say, if you don't want to be kicked out of a place, then don't head somewhere where people don't want you in the first place. I mean, it's just fucking stupid. I mean, don't go there. If you're trying to make a statement, that's fine. Go make your statement, but don't be surprised if they kick you out. I mean, dumbasses don't go there in the first place. So, okay, I'm done talking for tonight. I appreciate you listening to the show. I hope I will see you next time on Gay Maths. Have a great night. Good night.